What up, Internet? It's your boy Scooter Luke here bringing y'all that quick tag. You know what we here for? The Raw after Survivor Series War Games. Show kicks off with Becky Lynch. Not only does the show kick off with Becky Lynch, but apparently the first hour of Raw is commercial free. So a lot went down. Kick off with Becky Lynch. She's basically saying, she's making her return. She was on the shelf for 4 months. She comes back to this dangerous match. She even goes out there to the people. She say what's up to Bob. She say what's up to Zach. She's talking to the people. Bailey comes out. Sorry, she's not only talking to the people, but she's in the audience. Let me say that. She's in the audience. Bailey comes out. They start having banter back and forth. Dakota and Io come from the top, attacks her. Bailey runs out there, and they just brawl. It's a lady brawl. And it's a 3-on-1 lady brawl to where Becky was like, I'm fighting y'all by myself. They fight up the stairs and they go into the little arena entrance area where the merch stands and everything. They get to the merch stands, start trashing the merch stands, but Becky was like, excuse me, I don't know why that always happens every time I start talking. But Becky was like, nah, I'm fighting all of y'all by myself. One woman, 10 toes, down to the ground. They call me the man for the reason. 3-on-1, no issues for me, because I'm who? Becky Lynch. They break it all up, leads into the first match, Rhea Ripley, Michin, Mia Yim. Of course, they're coming off of War Games too. They have their one-on-one. They're going at it, pretty solid match. Of course, Dom is with Rhea. At one point, Dom tries to interfere. AJ Styles come in, which was really funny because as soon as AJ Styles hits the ring, the ref calls for the DQ. Then they accidentally kind of bowled over Rhea, and it was like, oh shit. And then the rest of Judgment Day, the rest of OC comes out. It leads to AJ was like, damn that. Judgment Day, OC, let's do this right now. 8-person mixed tag match. So they do it. They go at it. They do the damn thing. This was something that we've been waiting for a while now. So they finally selling it. Well, possibly selling the score. Judgment Day, the OC. Ultimately, some kerfluffles happen to where it ends up being, well, Rhea and Mia were the final two. Well, not the final two. Sorry again. Rhea and Mia were the legal participants. Kerfuffles. Mia's body slams Finn. She's about to slam Dominic. Rhea clips her in the leg. Riptide, 1, 2, 3. Judgment Day gets the W. We don't know for sure if this is going to be it or not, but we shall see. Next up, Bloodlines, the Usos, Solo, Sami Zayn, or Sammy Uso. They come out, they're discussing, war games, how they came out on top, all of the above. Right when it looks like Jay and Sammy were about to embrace each other, KO comes out. And KO is like, you know what? I'm happy for you, Sammy. You got a family, you got people who are looking out for you, this, that, and the third. We've been friends for 20 years, and as much times that I've betrayed you, turned on my back on you, I'm not even mad at it. I'm not even mad. It's whatever. It's cool. We don't have to ever ride together. We don't have to be in the same rooms. We don't have to anything. You can do your thing. It's whatever with me. I don't care anymore. Sorry, a game. And that's gonna start being my new like signature. Like as soon as I start talking, boom, hit a yawn. Like it won't be a Scoot video unless I give you a yawn, right? But he starts talking and basically um it leads to KO basically saying, regardless of how all of this plays out and whatnot, you're not blood. They can give you the name, they can give you this and that, but you're not blood. So man. And then Jay was like, damn all that. You ain't gonna be talking to the homie Zane without me defending him. So how about this? Well, basically, then KO was like, I said I was done with Sammy. I ain't necessarily done with y'all. So Jay, you and I can do it tonight. Main event. Street Profits return. They had a little segment, and they're gonna go against the Alpha Academy. Their little segment shows them walking in. They encounter Alpha Academy. Words exchange. Now the match. Good to see the Profits back. Um, they get the W here. I mean, it's their return match. They get the W. There was also, before I continue, I don't know how Montez do it, but it is fucking impressive that he does that damn frog splash from the top rope. Like, I don't know what kind of pain that puts him or the opponent, but he gets up there when he does that frog splash. But glad to see the Profits back. Got to see Montez is back at full health, and we'll see ultimately where that goes from here. Theory comes out, new United States champion. He's talking his shit, popping his shit. Seth Rollins comes out. They exchange words, and Rollins was like, how about, you fight me again? Because Theory is now on this whole thing that he's not a kid, this, that, and the third. Excuse me, young count four. Like I said, it won't be a Scoot tag video without a yawn in it. But ooh, that's so close. So, Theory's like, he's not a kid anymore, this, that, and the third. At some point, we're going to get Theory versus Rollins. Rollins did have a pretty cool segment where as soon as he came in, he hushed Theory and he was like, let them sing. And of course, they like to sing Rollins' theme that, oh, whoa, oh, that. I don't want to start breaking it down. I don't want this video to get taken down because I'm singing the hell out of Rollins' theme song. Uh, but yeah, so at some point we're gonna get Miz, we're gonna get Rollins, we're gonna get Theory. They're gonna run it back for the U.S. title. Next up, The Miz, Dexter Lumis. I think they made it anything goes. Of course, if Lumis wins, he gets a contract. Lumis won. Lumis gets the W. Miz was trying to pay off Lumis. Or no, I think it was also for the money too that he owed Miz too. Uh, what's a give? I'm like Big E now. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big E in his old school 5 count NXT. But Loomis gets the bag. He starts handing out $100 bills to some of the kids out there. Miz tries to beat up Loomis he's even snatched the money out of the last kid's hand. Gargano comes out, hit him with a super kick, gives the bag back to Loomis, gives the $100 bill back to the kid. Uh, Adam Pearce was out there for Loomis to sign his contract. So now Dexter Lumis is officially a contracted superstar on Raw. After that, earlier we had we had a Candice LeRae segment, which basically, now she's coming back after 5 weeks. She's going up against one of the people who injured her in Dakota Kai. They had a pretty good match. Like I think it even started before the bell even rang. Like before I think Candice can even come out. She jumped up. She jumped on Can Dakota. They had a pretty back forward match, and I think it ended with Candice hitting a neck breaker off the middle rope, a top rope. I can't remember from where she hit it from. Candice gets the 1, 2, 3. There was a segment with Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I know it led to an awkward moment with Alexa. So I don't know if she saw the Bray Wyatt thing again and it kind of put her in a trance. But yeah, main event, funny enough, main event Jey Uso versus the prize fighter Kevin Owens. Pretty good match. Of course, Jay has the bloodline with him, minus Roman. They had a pretty good match. Very back and forth. Um, the caveat to this match was the fact that Jay was uh, Jay was throwing everything at KO, and KO just would not stay down. Super kicks after super kicks and all these other moves, and KO was just like, nah, fam. Ultimately, it leads to KO end up hitting the stunner, gets the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. KO dips out of that. That's how the show ends. The Raw the Survivor Series wasn't bad. Um, excuse me, it wasn't a bad show. Especially with it coming off of Survivor Series, and they was, I guess, the more banged up wrestlers wasn't going to be in attendance, but hey, it wasn't a bad show. Um, the crowd was loving everything, and I wouldn't mind catching a Raw with like an hour of the show being commercial free if they do stuff what they did tonight. I know that's wild to say, especially with Raw being 3 hours, but it was tolerable. It wasn't bad. Um, that was Raw at the Survivor Series. Of course, later on, I'll hopefully to give you SmackDown at the Survivor Series. But yeah, that's the show. Let us know what you think below. Let us know what you think is gonna go. Um, who's gonna be next up for Bianca? How Gary and Rollins is gonna go? It kind of hinted that maybe Riddle and Elias might be going against the Usos for the tag titles. Mm, but hey, we shall see how it all goes. But thank y'all for tuning in. I'm Scooter Lou. Sorry for the yawns, but if you keep it count, wow. Shouts out to Juggs, shouts out to Jaeger, shout out to Dizzle. Gotta hit that rest action. When you warm it up, then you gotta hit them with the wow. So till next time, tag out.